Today we're making hand therapy exercise de-stress balls. Why pay anywhere from $2.50 to upwards to $20 when you can make it for well under $1? And you can customize them from really strong and firm to kind of airy and fun. Interested? Here we go. These hand therapy exercise balls, stress balls, are really easy to make. Well under $1 if you're making a couple of them once you buy the initial supplies. And what are the supplies? Just plain sand. You can make these at the beach. Could be a fun little experience to take home. Or rice. Tools you'll need. Funnel's helpful, a small bottle, and a scale, and some scissors to cut off the balloons. You can buy a bag of 12-inch balloons for 99 cents in the dollar store or big box store. These are a little more fancy. They cost $1.50 and you can only get 8 of those. And if you really want to get into the business, you can buy 72 for $3-4, and you can make all the stress balls you want. Let me tell you a little bit about these. Get the scale out. This was the first one I had. It's a little big for my palm. If you had a large hand, this might be the perfect size. And it comes in at 6 ounces. That 0.15 is the weight, after you cut them down, of about 3 balloons. This, about 5 ounces of sand. And I didn't take all the air out, so that gives it a little more flexibility. This is the least stiff, and it's rice. And it comes in about 2.6 ounces. But you can hear the crunchiness of the rice. It's just regular long grain. You can use any kind of rice that you wanted to. The sand, you can buy a bag of sand for about $5, or you can just go to the beach and get it for free. Well, let me show you how we make one of these things. First thing you do is get a cardboard tray. The reason for that is if you over pour, then it's not a big deal. You put your scale in the cardboard tray, get a small bottle, get your funnel. This is a crazy big funnel. For demonstration purposes only. You want to zero out the weight of the funnel and the bottle. On this one, I'm going to make a combination rice and sand. Make it a little heavier and see if it makes any difference. So I've got some rice in here. I'm going to put in about 2.5 ounces. Now there's gaps in the rice and it's too loud, so I'm going to try putting in a little bit of sand. Give it a little more heft, a little more weight. We'll put in like 1 ounce of sand. And there you go. Combination. Set that off to the side, bring your bottle back. Now you get a balloon and you blow it up. Why are you blowing it up? Because it's easier to fill it when it's blown up. You don't have to have it this far blown. And what I found is if you twist the balloon and put a clothespin over it, then that gives you a gap. So you just slide it over the top of the bottle, take the clothespin off, try to center it if you can, and then you just pour it over. Pull it off, and you let the air out. I don't know, silly sound. I'm going to make that a little loose. It's still crunchy. Sand is actually deadening down the noise a little bit. Twist it a bunch of times and put a knot in it. Doesn't have to be fancy. I'm going to make this one a little more squishy. I've got a lot more gap in there than I have in the other ones. Take your scissors and you cut it off like that. Make sure this is tight. Now, depending on how thrifty you are, you could get away with that. But what I found is that they could possibly burst. So you take another balloon and you're going to cut it off about 1 inch or so down from the top to make it easier to put on. And you want to put the bottom of the balloon right here where this little knot is. So you're going to open your balloon like this and then you wrap it around the other balloon. And then you just twist it again and tie it off. Now, since you took the top of the balloon off, you got to make sure you got the whole thing and then pull off your finger. Bingo. I'm going to go fancy now and take one of these wild balloons. I'm going to cut it off again. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to focus on getting the end of this balloon right where that is. I'm going to cut that down. The hardest part is opening the balloon up. And you can move the balloon around before you tie it. So that's 3 balloons. Ooh, if you don't succeed, try again. The whole idea though is to not tie that knot until you make sure you have the whole top of the balloon like that. Peel it off, pull it down, and then just trim off the extra. Like it a lot. I think this is my favorite. The colors really are kind of snazzy. So that's a real lightweight one. This would be a great little fidget. I'm gonna make one more of these, all sand, and just make it a little less tight, like this one. I've zeroed out my scale again with the funnel and the bottle. I'm gonna put about 4 ounces. 4 ounces. All right, 4.2. Put in a little more. 4.4 and a half. It's fighting me. 4.6, good enough. Set that to the side. You really don't need to use your nice snazzy balloons only on the outside. Again, blow it up, twist it, put on the clothespin. Tried to do it without the clothespin and it was just a little hard to do. Don't drop the bottle. Come on. All right, let it go. Try to center it. Pour it in. I know what you're thinking. What if the balloon pops? You got a big mess, but I've made a bunch of these now. Get the nice little goofy sound. And I have yet to have one burst on me. Now, if you sucked out all the air, it would make it a lot firmer, like this one and this one. But I want it loose like that one. Give it a little bit of gap there. It makes it easier to tie the balloon too, by the way. The first one's easy because you got that nice little lip on it. Put that down. Now you're gonna get in our balloon, and again, you don't care what balloon it is. You take the top off of it, anywhere from half to an inch to an inch. Then open it up like this. Find the end. See, there's the end. Wrap the other balloon up inside. Twist it a bunch of times. Wrap it around. Make sure you got the whole thing. Tighten it up real good. Cut off the excess. Alright, it's a little tighter than this one. Get another balloon here. How about this one? Look at that, they ripped me off. I think I'm going to go with a green balloon. Find this end. Oh, you're getting away from me. Twist. Tie, and you're done. I just cut that down. In a matter of minutes, certainly in an hour, you can make a whole bunch of these things. Let's line them up. My favorite, probably the sand and rice combination. This is sand, but a little lighter. And then if you take the air out, like on this one, it's a lot firmer. Guess if you had really big nails, you might want to be concerned. Careful with that. Under $1 to make one of these things. You make a bunch of them, it gets cheaper and cheaper. Thumbs up and comments always appreciated. Please subscribe below. Try making some of your own. You won't regret it. They're fun, they're easy, and remember, rice and sand combination seems to be the best. Unless you really want to work out, then go straight sand and suck the air out. More simple builds like this coming soon. Oh, by the way, you could probably use them for juggling balls too.